Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am just doing a voiceover for this video. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk you through my ride with Avatar, and yeah. So before this ride, I hadn't ridden him for like 4 months. So it was a bit like I was quite a shock that I was riding him again. My stirrups did feel a bit uneven, so I just changed it. But later on I did end up shortening them because yeah, I know it's quite bad for me to shorten them, but you know, I actually can't. I love short stirrups. Okay, now we're gonna have the long walk to the jumping arena. So it might take a little while, but you know, it should be fine. It was quite windy this day. So yeah, you can see Avatar's mane is blowing in the wind. And then we also went to a trot, and his trot is quite interesting. It's not really like Echo's. You can't just plod along. Like, you kind of have to give Avatar a lot of leg. He reminds me a bit of Peggy, but yeah. And then we were changing the rein going around. But we kind of the girl in front changed it the wrong way. So yeah, I had to kind of change to go around, you know. Anyways, so yeah, so like I said, he feels a bit like Peggy and everything, and he is very I'm just not really used to him, but I think the more I ride him, the more he would be a bit better. Then here we're just walking for a bit because I had to ask to canter soon. For some reason, I find him quite hard to get in the canter, so my canter transitions are not it. They are very interesting, you could say. Like over here, I had to give him so much leg and so much energy, and his canter is also a bit bouncy and it does not feel like Echo's. So I struggled to sit it, but you know, it was fine. As you can see, we did kind of cut the corner a bit, but later on I did try going into the corners because I'm terrible at going into corners, especially there was a random pole that kind of threw me off a bit because it was on the side of the arena, and it was just, yeah, it was a bit strange. So then now we were going to cancel on the other rein, as you can see, but Echo was in front of me, so whenever we were walking, he struggled, he wanted to keep on trotting, but you know, that's fine, and I just slowed him down again. But here, this canter was a lot better, and I do think I held the neck strap just to help, and I think it did help a bit, but yeah. Okay, here was our instructor just giving us some advice, and then we had to do just 2 little jumps in a little line, across, and then a small little upright. And I think he did really well, especially because this is my first jump that I've ever done. Well, not ever done with him, but in this lesson. So yeah, I actually think they did quite well. Here we were doing just that little line again, and then we came around and we jumped over the other jump on the side, the next to this pastel one. I'm going over now, but I didn't have enough leg around my corner, and I kind of cut my corner a bit, so I kind of had to trot into it. So yeah, I don't recommend doing that. But then I kind of got launched a bit, but you know, it was fine. And then we came back around over the cross again, because yeah. Okay, here is when it gets crazy. We had to do this little line, so we had a little bounce across, and then a big, well, not a big-ish upright. Oxa, sorry. But yeah, it was a bit strange because it was my first time doing it, and I didn't sit up. but you know, it was fine. And then we did a little course. I did struggle to get him into canter at the beginning again, but we just did it again, and I think this one was a lot better. We did leave the first bounce out, like, so we had to take the pole away, but it wasn't there in the beginning. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm just going on and on.
Sorry.
And on. But yeah, so I forgot to go into the pastel jump, but I didn't have enough leg, and I was a bit skew, so I just did a circle. I had to try getting into canter again. So that was really interesting. So yeah, so we had to jump over the pastel, and then we had to go cut across the arena, pick up the next canter lead, and then do the cross to the raster jump, or whatever you want to call it. So I actually thought that was quite fun, you know. Yeah, so we came over here, and I kind of got a big over jump here, and then I didn't go into my corner again, so then he went back into trot. So that was great. And then he came over this line again, and I kind of did an interesting jumping position, so it went a bit strange.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
And overall, Avatar was actually a really good boy, and it was okay riding him, you know. So now we had the long walk back to the stable area, and then I was going to untack him and take his put my stirrups up and take his saddle off, bridle, and put him back in his paddock. I did kind of walk into a tree branch over there, but yeah, he did end up going into a trot a bit there, but I was giving him a lot of hugs, just because he was a really good boy, and I'm really proud of him, and he did kind of slip a bit there, so yeah, but it was actually really calming just walking back, and I really enjoyed just listening to the cars go past, and you know, it was just really nice.
Good boy.
Yeah, just dismounted, and I think he was quite interested in me, just looking at me. But yeah, I did my stirrups up and took his saddle off because no one was riding him after this. So I just put on the fence, and then I took off his boots. I'm pretty sure I did that next. Yeah, I think I was supposed to take your boots off first, but I kind of forgot about them. I always forget about the boots. But yeah, so I just chucked them on the floor there, and I kind of knocked his face with my GoPro. Did not mean to do that. But then, yeah, afterwards I just took him back to his paddock that he shares with Teddy over there, and then, yeah, I just put him back in there. For some reason, his bridle, his noseband was so difficult to take off. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. Anyways, so then, yeah, so I had to chuck his bridle off. Went a bit interesting, but yeah, and I gave it a rinse because I don't like leaving their bridle just with the crusty and like all spit on it, you know? It's just not great.